Anthony Hartwig here with a Lowellville volleyball player profile. First one of the season. I'm joined by one of six seniors on the Rockets team, Casey Kelly. Casey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Like I said, a part of a big senior class, six girls on the team that are seniors. What's it like being part of such a big senior group?
I really like it. We each bring like something different to the table. Because
What kind of leadership do you guys kind of bring? Is it everyone's kind of a different leader, or do you try to lead as a unit?
we normally lead as a unit, pretty much, yeah.
How would you kind of describe your leadership qualities?
I lead by example because yeah, I'm not really good at talking to other kids, but everyone normally sees what I do and they kind of follow my steps.
Now, what were some goals that you guys set coming into this season as a senior class, and some things you wanted to see the program kind of accomplish this year?
And in the past years, there's been a lot of drama on the team, but this year is probably the only year that we haven't had any drama, and we've been playing as a team and we're accomplishing our goals. We want to have fun, but also win.
And you guys had fun and won on Tuesday night, your senior night against Cheney. What was it like to go through the senior night so early in the season and then get a win on that night, the first win of the year for you guys?
It made me really happy. I know it's tradition for it to be the last home game, but with COVID, we don't really know if we're gonna have that like opportunity. So I thought it was cool that we got it in.
How did you handle balancing the emotions of a senior night and kind of reflecting that it's your last ride and then focusing on playing and winning the game?
My emotions honestly just made me want to win the game even more because it was senior night, but I don't think it hit as hard because it's not our last game. So I think that was a big part of it.
Your dad, the coach, he had to kind of take off his coaching hat, put on his dad hat, and do the senior night responsibilities. What's it like? What's the dynamic like getting coached by your father, and what was that like being able to kind of do senior night with him and acknowledge the support that he's given you?
My dad being my coach, honestly, it helps me a lot because when we come home, he always like he still critiques my plays and all that, and I think it just brings like a better energy because we click just like super good. I don't know.
And your sister also on the team. What's the family atmosphere of Lowellville volleyball? Quite literally.
Me and my sister get along very good, so that's good. And she knows how I like my sets because she is a very good setter, honestly. And she pretty much runs the team because setter's pretty much the captain.
Yeah, and you said it. Not only is she on the team with you, but she's also your setter. I gotta imagine that gives you guys an advantage because there's probably some unspoken communication that you guys can have to tell each other, I want set here or I want to hit it here, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sister bond. She puts it right where I want it, and I can tell when it's a good set because it's a really good hit. And everyone's just like, yeah, nice to have that sister bond on the court.
What kind of what's the off the court relationship like with you two? Do you guys get along real well?
Yeah, she's honestly my best friend. My older sister, she played 2 years ago, so all three of us were playing her senior year, and that was really nice because she was a setter, and then Sammy was an attacker with me.
And now she's a year behind you. So what's it going to be like next year when, you get to support her from the stands and you get to see her go through her senior year?
I'm gonna love it. She supports me through everything, so I'm gonna support her, and she's gonna do really good. I can just tell.
Now, Lowellville, you guys have struggled a little bit here and there, but so far in this season, what are some of the things that you've seen growth in your team from last year to this year when you kind of see you guys on the floor?
We bounced back. So we just played Western Reserve and we lost, but we came into the Campbell game with the mindset of we're gonna beat them and we're gonna take care of business, and then we did. We beat them pretty good.
What's the personality of Louisville volleyball kind of like? What kind of um, personality do they bring to the court every day?
We're like a family, and everyone pretty much gives it 100% every time they're on the court, even in practice. So that's good. And this senior class is probably the best senior class we've had.
Yeah, and it's such a big senior class in the summer when there was so much uncertainty whether or not we'd even have a volleyball season. How much did it help having a big senior class and being able to kind of let your leadership shine during the uncertainty of the summer?
Summer volleyball camp, the seniors really, we got together and we pushed through it, not knowing if we were going to have a season. But we just had the mindset of we're going to play, so we have to practice 100% every day. So that brought a lot of like positivity into the group.
What was it like when volleyball finally got greenlit and you guys knew that there was going to be a season and the reality set in?
We all the seniors, we went out to dinner. We were so happy. We were like, we're finally going to get our senior year, and it's all going good.
What about some personal goals you set for yourself coming into this season that you kind of wanted to check off the list?
I wanted to be a really good leader and have a good positive attitude throughout this whole season. And so far, I'm doing pretty good with it. And I wanted my attacks. I used to be an outside attacker, but we moved me to middle because we needed the help. And I wanted my attacks to be good this year, and so far they're coming out good.
What's that been like shifting to a different position, different responsibilities, different places you have to hit on the court?
It's not easy because middle is definitely a different set than outside, but I've adapted to it, and the other girls help me along with it too. You're muted. I'm sorry.
What kind of things did you want to do when you made that switch to middle that you wanted to see yourself capitalize on?
We've been working on a short set. We haven't really. That's probably been like the past 3 practices, so we haven't been able to put it into a game yet. But that short set's going to work, and we've been working on a middle slide, and that it's really looking good in practice. So I'm excited to put that into games. And my blocking has been pretty good this year, so I'm happy about that.
Excuse me. What goals do you have after high school? What are your future plans?
I want to attend YSU and go to criminal justice and law enforcement, and then hopefully get a job on YPD because my dad, I'm going to follow his footsteps. He's a police department. He's like a sergeant for the police department right now.
So every player profile, we give you guys the opportunity to kind of thank whoever you want to thank that has supported you over the years. And so the floor is yours to thank whoever you want to thank.
I want to thank my teammates for sure. They helped me through a lot, and I wouldn't be here without them. And my parents, they both stepped in to coach, or else we wouldn't probably had a team. And they're doing really good. They always help me through it. And my sisters, they pushed me to be where I'm at today.
What things make you proud that you get to wear Lowellville and you get to you get to represent that school and that you went to that school system?
Lowellville's known for being very respectful, and I love that about us. We always clean up after we leave places. Like other teams will leave water bottles and all that stuff in the stands, but we clean up after that. We're known for being good sportsmen. It's like if we lose, we still give them all the credit. Like it was a good game. So I really like that about Lowellville, and we're all pretty good academically.
What speaking of academics, things have definitely changed with schooling. And what's been the toughest transition with for you for that?
Right now we're online for school, so that's pretty hard for me, especially since it is my senior year. But we're all getting through it, and hopefully by the next 9 weeks we'll be in person.
What are some of your favorite memories with Lowellville volleyball that you're gonna treasure forever, even after you graduate?
Definitely this senior night. This is the first time we've beat Waterloo in my career. Um, I also just love playing with probably with my sisters the most. but the whole team is a great atmosphere to be around and everything. I love that.
Well, when quarantine kind of hit, we all had to stay kind of inside for a while. So, what was your favorite quarantine activity?
Um, Probably just sitting around watching movies with my two sisters.
That being said, what was the best quarantine movie that you watched during quarantine?
Um, I really liked the Kissing Booth too. I love that one.
No shame, no shame. Uh, Casey, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to hear from you. Great to cover you guys. You're such a fun, energetic group to kind of go and broadcast the game for, and we look to be there again. And we're very excited to see what you do in the future.
All right, thank you for having me.